Hey everybody, this is No Shanks here. I was playing Iron Banner yesterday with some friends on my Sunsinger, and I noticed something weird. It seems like maybe I'm just totally misremembering this, but the Sunsinger Super of Radiance, it felt like it buffed the cooldown speed of the Scorch melee a whole lot more than it did. Than it does now from what I've experienced. So I did some testing, and this clip is the result of that. Now, Radiance of course works very well for grenades, as we'll see in a variety of circumstances, but not so much really with Scorch. And it kind of makes sense that they would want to keep that down with how Flame Shield was affected in the last patch. So let's see what that's like. So I popped my super, and throwing several grenades, and still don't have a Scorch melee charged yet. Only after 5 grenades to actually have one back. And so, as you can see at the top, this is running very high discipline, very low strength. This first test was to kind of set the bar to the slowest recharge I could get. So no strength, flame shield. Pretty sure I'm running Viking Funeral on this too, so I don't have the extended cooldown. So we're going to do some other testing and see what that looks like. So to change up things, I wanted to buff strength on this build a lot. So I also put on Claws of Ahamkara so I can get those 2 melee charges. Changing around my gear to reflect the higher strength I'm going for. I do try to get this up to 5, and I want to take down grenades or discipline down to tier 5. I'm also going to change some things on the skill tree to just kind of buff my chances to throw charge Scorch melees while in Radiance. I think I take it up from, let's see, from Flame Shield to Solar Wind. And I'm also going to move that to, I think, Radiant Will off of Viking Funeral, so I can have a longer time during that. Yeah, it's Radiant Will right here, and I think most other things stay the same besides the actual charge, because Flame Shield has a slower cooldown than the other 2 options there. Yeah, so I believe I've got tier 3 and tier 5. And we can even see how fast it's charging up here, just as a regular, non-super Sunsinger. I'm going to start going over to where I know there's going to be some enemies. And I want to see how fast the cooldown is without that. I want to say it's roughly like 12 seconds, 12, 13 seconds between how that goes. So we're gonna run to the other hallway and see what this super's like. So now we're gonna get to see what that super is like. I've got 2 waiting for me right there. So I pop one, I've still got one ready, and it's okay. I feel like that's pretty viable. It's a good split between grenades and melee there. I still do wish it was a little bit faster. It feels different. Something feels up. So we'll test it with a different exotic, the Heart of Praxic Fire, up next, because that should speed up all cooldowns. So we'll see which it affects more, grenades or melee. So here's a look at changing from Claws to Heart of the Praxic Fire would be. I wanted to keep strength high. My Praxic Fire chest was only Intellect and Discipline, so it did split it between 4 Discipline, 3 Strength. But again, I did feel that was a pretty typical PvP build, and I did change the skill tree to reflect that. So I looked into some Taken, and grenades. So throw 2, 1, 2. Still don't have it. Pause, 3, 4. Probably could have thrown another 5 right there. So who knows? So here's another run through of that. I waited around, got my super up, and wanted to give it another try. So the whole point of this is just so that hopefully people won't be as surprised as I was when you're playing Crucible and you just don't have that flame shield at your disposal. Like right now, that would have been really nice to have. Now I don't think Bungie is going to buff any of the Sunsinger classes with Rise of Iron. I think these changes do kind of make us think about what exotics are best to use with Sunsinger, and also it's going to be really interesting to see how the Memory of Radagast, that artifact that gives more melee and grenade at the expense of super goes. I might definitely run that, especially with like a quick res helmet. So thanks for checking it out, and give me any feedback in messages, and I'll see you later.